This is 2008 Holden Captiva. It's 3.2 liters and all-wheel drive system. So today I will show you how I changed crank angle sensor. It's the sensor is located in a really bad spot. It's between the block and the transfer case. A lot of people drop the transfer case, but today I want to share how I do it without dropping the transfer case and exhaust. So you gotta come up on this side, and then you gotta remove the wheel on the driver's side, right hand side. Then you have a look from this side, and you see that the bracket over there, that bracket, it's mounted between the block and the transfer case. You have to remove that L-shaped bracket. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit further so that you can see it better. So this is the bracket that after I removed it. So I use this breaker bar and a 14mm socket. It's the space between the block and the exhaust is quite limited, so I couldn't use ratchet. It was touching the exhaust, so I find this perfect to remove this. So this is the bolt for the block, engine block side. For the transfer case side, you can just use. Now the bracket is off. You can see that knock sensor. It's a 13mm bolt, and you have to remove that. Now the knock sensor is off, and you will see that sensor right there. That is the crank angle sensor. It's a little bit tight, but you can do it. You just have to be patient. I use 10mm flexi head ratchet spanner, and the bolt is out, and you can see that you can pull the sensor out in this way. Now you can go ahead and remove the sensor. This is the crank angle sensor that we have to replace. And when you look at the wiring connector, see the red pin that has to be pushed back first before you can press on the release tab. Now I use this pry bar to push back that red tab because it was kind of stubborn to push it down. To remove this bolt, it's a little bit tricky. How I did was, so you crack it loose with 10mm ratchet spanner, and then once it's loose, it's a lot faster to turn by your hand. So you can use 2 fingertips, and one I use my thumb to push and the other index finger pull, and that way they turn and come out. If you use just one finger, they don't turn. It's just leaning against, rubbing against the one side, and even though it's really loose, they don't want to spin. So I use 2 fingers, and you can use middle finger and index finger if you like, but I use thumb and index finger. So that's how I turn the bolt and took it out. Now we're gonna put a new sensor in. See the black tab lining inside? It's very important you leave it in there, because when you put the sensor inside, that will hold the bolt before it can initially grab the thread. The installation is in reverse order, and this is what it looks like. Thank you for watching.